Am I live? What does that mean? There it is. There it is. Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Hi, Max Howard. I'm hearing a strange noise outside. I heard something weird. Oh, it's because people are shoveling. It is snowing outside, like coming down hard snowing right now. And the kids have been on school for like 2 days. It has been something like this snow doesn't stop and everybody's hurt. I don't know if you heard, everybody's hurt, but like electricity's going out everywhere. That's a big thing in Texas. Like some of those people, they haven't had electricity for like days and it's like record low temperatures, freezing they never had before. It's been a crazy snowstorm up in the States over here. And we've had it. Yesterday, we were negative degrees. Well, listen, we had, us here and the Americans, we use those American degrees, the Fahrenheit, right? Not Celsius. Don't tell me I don't know what it is in Celsius, that degrees. I'm sure they can do some kind of conversions from the Fahrenheit and the Celsius, but it was yesterday -4 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that Celsius? Somebody tell me. It's -17 degrees outside, Max said. Is that Fahrenheit or the Celsius? I don't know. Because this is -4 degrees Fahrenheit. So, did I say Celsius? I meant Fahrenheit. What is that in a Celsius? Can we do some kind of conversions? Max, where are you at? Where do you live that it's -17 Fahrenheit, Max? What is it? Let's see what the Celsius conversions. Let me see if they have something like this. Celsius, Fahrenheit to Celsius conversions. So let me put, for me, it was -4. It was -4 Fahrenheit. That's -20 Celsius. And over there, Max. Oh, he's in Illinois. Max, we're neighbors because I'm Missouri. Where in Illinois is it -17? So -17 Fahrenheit is -27 degrees Celsius. It's cold. It is cold here. Let me tell everybody quick highs. Max and Ariangla and Dib and Mr. Gary is there. And Ronnie's here, Rishi's here. I like that music party in the house. Who else? Christopher Curtis is here. We had snow. It went overnight in the UK because it decided to rain. It ain't rain. It's cold. It is cold here. Who else? Mr. K. I personally just wish that it looked like this during Christmas. That's great. Who's got a question for me? Because I said, ask me anything today. Ariane Galan. We can talk about anything today. Mr. Curious, where do you live? Why do I think you live in like Texas? Why do I think that? In Scotland, it was a -23. That's how it is here, Ronnie. -20 Celsius. Look, I just did the conversions converted American degrees to Celsius that everybody else uses. And you don't want to go where Max is, Illinois. I don't know where he lives in Illinois. Because I'm St. Louis, right on the border of Illinois. So you must be way up north in Illinois if it's -27 degrees Celsius over there. What up, dog? Franklin said from LS. Where's LS? I don't know what is that like. Christopher, happy early birthday, Christopher Curtis. Max was born in Texas. Well, I read somewhere that it's colder right now in Texas than it is in Alaska. That the temperature in Texas right now is colder than it is right now in Alaska. What does that tell you? Climate change, global craziness. That's what that tells me. Oh, Mr. Karras is in Arkansas. Is it cold there in Arkansas? I'm trying to think because I mean they had it come through Texas, but Arkansas is right above it, and then I'm over here in Missouri, so I'm thinking it's cold everywhere. I'm thinking we this is hell freezing over. I said that. I said something about what did I say? Oh, I said Trump got acquitted, didn't get convicted guilty, and now hell has frozen over what is Texas and the rest of the states. All right, how do you look so? Oh, thank you. That's your question. I didn't even brush my teeth this morning yet. Thank you. Akshay said, my good friend, welcome back. Hi, Kabar. BB War is here. Franklin, I'm in Grove Street. I'm from Grove Street, Los Santos. Franklin, you said LS like we're supposed to know what LS stands for, the Los Santos. I don't know what no LS stands for. Take care. Caribou said COVID. Speaking of, I got my COVID vaccine. First shot, I got Saturday. I was supposed to get it Monday, but then I got an even earlier appointment. What did they say? February is my birthday. What did you? Oh, Mr. I totally forgot. How could I? I need to make a big note. Mr. Carius, and I wanted to, and then just stuff got away with. I'm going to say, Mr. I can't believe I haven't watched it yet. Because you know, if I watched it, I would have commented on it. Mr. I'm making me a big, look at this, big note. Watch the, I can't, how did I forget that? My memory. I tell you, when they say like when you get older and your memory, my memory is getting worse and worse and worse. I'll forget something. I just, like, I'll say something and then I'll repeat myself like 10 minutes later to like my husband, and they're like, yeah, you just told me that. And I'm like, I did? That's how bad. I need to take, what is that stuff they tell you to take to help your memory? It's some kind of, oh, I feel terrible. Oh, I feel terrible. I forgot about that, Mr. Carius. Franklin, I'm tired of COVID too. But that's when I got my shot. I got my vaccine. It's the Pfizer one. Y'all want to hear about my vaccine experience? First of all, I had an appointment. Well, I made many appointments, but this one, it was an earlier day because the other one I would have had to drive an hour and a half, and it was been on like a Monday. And with all the snow happening, I would have had to drove through the snow. But then I got an early appointment, which was only 45 minutes away, and it was like 45 minutes drive. So I scheduled that. I went Saturday, and let me tell you first, the line. I waited an hour and a half just in line for the people getting it. The vaccine. And then I finally got there. And first my husband and it was the Pfizer one. Remember they had the Moderna and this is the Pfizer one, which is the same one my husband got. So first of all, I was like, oh, I get to match you with the vaccines. We get the same one, because I heard the Pfizer one, they don't have as bad as like what the side effects and getting sick the next day and all that. And especially because you hear that from the second shot, and he didn't get any kind of side effects from the second shot either one. Finally got it. Then they give it to you, get your little timer. I go back in 3 weeks to get my second shot. I thought it hurt. He was all one. I didn't even feel it. That's what my husband, I didn't even feel it. It was like, I had to look to make sure they did it. I was like, maybe because my arm, this is like bone right here. Look at that. I got a little chunk right there, but it's mostly like the bone right there. Maybe that's why. I was like, because it hit bone or something. I was like, I felt that. It wasn't terrible, but I felt the stick. He lied to me. And then they make you wait. They give you a little timer, make you wait 15 minutes because you can have like those allergic reactions, they say. And that usually happens within the first 15 minutes. So I had my little timer waiting there. Everything fine. The only thing is the next day, I'm going to tell you, even a little bit after that evening, I was tired. I was just yawning. I couldn't stop yawning. You know, when you start yawning, you just can't stop. I was yawning like that crazy. And then the next day, I napped like all day long. I must have napped like, I didn't stop. I woke up and I made a little breakfast for everybody. I remember I made some waffles or something for breakfast, a nice little breakfast. And then I was like wiped out. I was napping over and over. I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. And this was like, or take a nap. And this was like 10, 11 o'clock in the afternoon. And I pretty much napped the rest of the day off and on. I would wake up, watch a little shows and stuff, but I was so tired. I'm like, I don't know if it's a side effect or a vaccine, but I don't usually like sleep like that. Maybe it was in my head. Maybe it was one of those things. I'm like, oh, I got the vaccine. Look, it's working. I feel like the superpowers. When you get the superpowers, you just got to nap and let them build. That's how I was doing. I just like nap and letting those super immunity powers flow through me. And I don't like some people are like, oh, I feel a little, but I'm not immune yet because I still got to get it. It's only been like what's today? The Wednesday, like 5 days since I got it. So those immunities aren't built up yet. But I tell you one thing, right when like yesterday, I started Googling stuff because I'm tired of COVID and haven't been stuck in the house for a year and all that. I started Googling places like, oh, let's take a vacation. I was like, my husband got the vaccine. We're immune now. I want to go to Disney World. But I don't know if I'm going there. Because I hear about they got that UK variant that's mostly in Florida now. And that sucker, they say that UK variant's like 70% more contagious. Then they also saying it's up to 70% more deadly. I was like, I'm not taking my chances with that. Anyway, look, I told y'all all my vaccine story and I'm getting far behind already. Where am I at? I'm tired of COVID, Ronnie. All we need is aliens to invade. They said it too. They said, right? They said they got the aliens. My stepdad got his vaccine on Monday. Well, there's a possibility not everybody will be able to see it. Why, Mr. Carius? Did you put it on like private? Terrence is here. Terrence, drop by just to see how you do. I'm doing good, Terrence. Sending my love to my boy, Terrence. Andrew H is here. Hey, Andrew, I was talking about all my vaccine stories. I know I'll be sending an angry face when I find out if I haven't cleaned it. But to be honest, part one is probably not seen in some parts of the world. You have it some kind of special set on there, Mr. Carius? It's okay to have a bad. Glad you're okay. Thank you, Terrence. I will, Terrence. I bet Terrence is just going to bed. That's how he does. He'll be up all night and tired, staying up all night. The side effects my dad got was ache arm and felt tired. You see, Ronnie? Oh, yeah, I got that aching arm. Like that lasted, it started Saturday, but Sunday, all that aching arm was like, I couldn't hardly even lift it. But by Monday, it was fine. I had a little bit of ache, like yesterday. I was doing like nothing, but I didn't even know about this side effect that he felt tired. I did too, Ronnie. Slept all that day. I guess that is a side effect. That one I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh, they say the headache. They say, like you might get a little fever and chill, like a little bit of mild conditions that maybe, flu-like symptoms, mild. But I slept I'm telling you, even starting Saturday night, I was starting to yawn. I was like, one of those, you keep yawning and you can't stop yawning. I'm just like, oh, stop it. My eyes watering, yawning. But all day Sunday I slept and I was like, maybe I was just tired or exhausted myself. But I'm thinking it was because I'm not usually like that. I'm thinking it was from the vaccine. And now Ronnie telling me he felt the same way. Which one did he take? I don't know if that makes a difference. It's okay to have memory of your fans and your yeah, that's true. Gotta check them out. That's right, Terrence. Congratulations. They said, who said congratulations on the vaccine? Thank you, Arthaf. I'm taking night dinner deal. Rice, meat, painter, and you like India dish. Yeah, I do. Kabir, have you ever seen my videos where I'm like trying the different Indian foods? I have some. You should Google them. And when I say Google, like just search on the YouTube. You don't have to go to Google, but like Crazy Man that tries Indian dishes or something like that. Because I've tried some, and there's some I like. And now I make a recipe. Number one, I make this one recipe that's a naan or naan. I always say stuff right. Do you call it naan or naan? I always call it naan. But I even make it in my homemade recipe, making the naan. But then on the side, my husband always makes like this. What kind of? He makes like this butter chicken recipe, and that's like a specialty we have at least once a week in our house. And it's something that I really didn't eat much Indian food till I started doing these and my YouTube and trying the dishes. And then I always thought I wouldn't like it. I don't know. I was like, oh, because I'm not really big on like real big spices like that. But now that's like a dish we make all the time. All the time. Not even just the butter chicken. He makes some other stuff. He'll buy the sauces. So we cheat. He'll buy the sauces from like Trader Joe's and all those places around here. All these. And then just add like the chickens and stuff through it. We cheat. We do. But we do use the what is that? What is the oil? The you scoop it. Oh, right, the ghee. We do use ghee. Like when we cook the chicken up, we use the ghee all the time. And whenever I smell ghee, I was like, oh, smells like my Indian soul smelling it. It does. I'm like, oh, there's my. Smells like home in here with the ghee smell. See, I knew Terrence is gonna go eat some pancakes and bacon, and then go. He hasn't been. You know, I got it. I know. Look, I called it, Terrence. You shine those waffles. Thank you. Promise I'm working on part 2. I'm just longer than I thought, and I'm also reading another fan fiction. So take your time, Mr. Curious, because look, I'm already forgot to watch. And that was something from last when I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch it now. And then I just got sidetracked. I feel like the worst friend in the world. And I'm pushing it. And I didn't even go watch that video. I hope you have the comments on, because whenever I watch the video, I'll comment. Sometimes, like I watch Terrence's videos sometimes, and try to leave a comment. But sometimes I'll just like hurry and watch them. But I like watching my friends' videos. If Crazy Man has superpower, what do you think it would be? Is Terrence still here? I gotta see that answer. Where's? Oh, I think he left. I think if I had a superpower, what would it be? People, if Terrence ain't here, y'all need to answer that. I want to know. I want to know. If I had to pick a superpower, and I could just pick, can I pick like a superhero to be? Because I'd be like, I want to be like the Superman, because he seems like he has all the cool powers. Like he can fly, ain't nothing penetrating, no bullets bouncing off of him, strong, got the laser eyes. And I've never seen kryptonite in my life. So it ain't gonna bother me. No kryptonite, the only thing. Whoever has seen kryptonite or come in contact with it that we know of, So if that's the only thing that's gonna knock me down, if I can only pick one superpower? Can you try watching the Harry Potter? Oh, I want Michaela. Hi, Michaela Moore. I haven't seen Michaela Moore. I watched all the Harry Potter movies. I've read all the books when they came out. I'm a muggle trapped in wanting to be. Wait, how's that go? I'm a wizard or want to be a sorcerer muggle who wants to be. I don't know what I'm saying. I just know I'm a muggle that I want to have those little magical powers. That's what I was just trying to use the word muggle, trying to get out my little Harry Potter lingo. I'm going to send some vegetables in my house without oil and a hot dog. And a hot dog with the vegetables my mother makes. Good. What is that? MAIT. Anna Sward. Hi, Anna Sward. How are you? Tell me, what is a hot dog? A hot dog is like, I want to say meat, but it's not meat. Like it looks like meat. It's long, but I feel like they just take all the leftover parts from animals and put it into a hot dog. I mean, they say they have all beef ones, so they may not, but it's like long and they put it in the bun and it's like I love me a hot dog. I like the turkey ones mostly. Or the all beef. Nathan's, the brand Nathan's hot dogs. That's the one that they serve at like the Wrigley Fields and all the big places like that. And that's the one my husband, and those are all beef. But I seriously think like hot dogs are just made from like the extra parts that they don't use in the animals. You ever seen it? It's like it just looks like a long little sausage. Then you put on a bun. I now, what do y'all like on your hot dog? Because that's one big controversy. People will say I like putting ketchup on mine, but some people put the mustard and relish and onions and or chili. Oh, I love chili on it too. I love a chili dog. Y'all making me hungry. I didn't eat breakfast. Wait, Terrence got some leftover pancakes and sausage. No, I don't have some sort of special set on it. I think I just added some stuff that might be demonetized. But even if they like they should still able oh, did you add some stuff that was like copywritten from other people? You should still, even if it's like they give you a copyright claim, unless they say it was blocked in certain parts of the world, then everybody still should use it. You just won't get money from it. What to not eat with your tea right now? It's coffee. You know I drink my coffee. Oh, he took the Pfizer also, Ronnie. I guess that my husband never said anything about feeling like tired the next day after he has it. But he's never, like, he's one, like, he don't get much sleep anyway. He'll go to bed late and then get up early in the morning for work and stuff. So I don't know if that just didn't affect him like that, but I think it was from the vaccine. I really slept like all day long, and I was still tired. Like it was like Sunday evening, and I was like, I'm asleep tonight if I slept all day, and I slept all through the night. I mean, if that's the only side effect I have, I can't complain. I'd rather be tired and sleeping for 24 hours than, having like those side effects that you'll get sick and headaches. And some people are like, oh, it felt terrible, had the bad side effects. I would rather if you give me that one, I'm good to go. And I'm glad that I got it on a Saturday because it was the next day. They always say if you get a side effect, it'll occur. And that was a Sunday. So I was able to sleep all day. I didn't have much to do. You and Tessa were mentioned a lot in the video. So, oh, really? Oh, Mr. Curious, I feel like the worst friend in the world. I haven't even seen, and I wrote it down. I ain't gonna miss it this time, Mr. Curious. I'm very proud of it, regardless of what YouTube might do. Oh, I gotta see it before YouTube does anything. Hi, Matthew Lee. I'm glad you're doing okay from the I am. I got my superpowers going. My super immunities. Vicky's here. Hey, Vicky. Please react to the Govinda. She always wants me to do Govinda. I'll do it, Vicky, but I got to also mix it up. I got to get some Rittik and more Rittik. Not just Rittik, but I mean, some people haven't done my Lada's reactions in a while, and I haven't done my Shreya, my girl Shreya. I haven't done her reactions in a long time, and people are like, you haven't done Shreya. I got to mix it up, but I love me some Govinda. You are so truly Govinda fan in the world. I love Govinda. Govinda puts me in a good mood. Kabar, you come to Natal this year. I want to go, like, y'all don't even know how much I'm itching to travel. And traveling is so cheap now. Like, even I was looking. This is how much, like, after I got the vaccine, I was looking at vacations. I was looking to, like, plane tickets to Hawaii. Because I was like, oh, they are so cheap. I'm like, let's go to Hawaii. I was trying to talk to my husband, let's go to Hawaii. Look how cheap it is. And I even have, like, plane credits. Because when COVID hit, we had a vacation planned, like, in the summer. Remember, I went on The Price is Right. And I was like, what are you going to do with your winnings? And I was like, I'm going on I want to go on a cruise to Alaska. So we had to fly like to Seattle. And I booked all this stuff with My Price is Right. And then they canceled it because of COVID hit. And I never got my dream vacation to Alaska on a cruise. And I'm not taking no cruise like anytime soon with the COVID. But then they gave me like airplane credits for that. And I was like, oh, we have these airplane credits. We can go super cheap to Hawaii. I'm still wanting to go. I do. I want to go. So now that I got these immunities, I'm like, let's go live life. Let's go out and do stuff. But I still got to be careful. They even say be careful because with that UK variant going around, they're like, don't travel, don't do that. Even if you got vaccinated, you can maybe still spread it. So I was like, all right, can't be selfish, even though I got the immunities in me and everything. It could easily be spread. And my kids haven't gotten the vaccine yet. So I need to be thinking of the good for humankind, right? But I really want to travel. It's been a year just been stuck in the house. This is not something come up with something I'm reading on the internet. I'm reading a fan fiction about one of my two favorite animes crossing over. You know my daughter loves her some anime. Right now I'm eating wada paw. What's a wada paw? The tastiest and delicious street food in the whole world. I need to try a wada paw. I want to go to, maybe I can use my credits. Wada paw makes people crazy. Oh, maybe I don't need no wada paw. I'm crazy enough, Vicky. Vicky. But I want to go. Maybe I'll travel to. Will they let borders closed? House with the COVID? They're saying COVID numbers here are going down fast, though. They're showing like the curve, and we're like on this. Probably because like the vaccine, a lot of people getting vaccinated already, but also just like staying in the house. But then they worry because of that UK one so much more contagious, and it's starting to. They think it might be like Florida now. They're like Florida's cases are like doubling with the UK. So gotta be careful. I'm sure your kids know the shows. One of them is called Oh Yeah, Hero. Oh yeah. Look at me acting like I know it. My Hero Academy. I know that show. I never watched it, but my daughter likes it. I'm feeling dizzy after applying the vaccine. Be careful. Have you heard or seen the new Disney Cruella trailer? Yes, Matthew Lee. Actually, I was a little late today, like 7 minutes, because I reacted to it, uploaded it, and have it scheduled. So at 10 o'clock, even though I'm live, if we're still live, y'all should be getting, because Matthew Lee, what did you think? Let's talk about the Cruella trailer. Let's talk about it, even though I did the reaction to it, because Cruella's supposed to be like Disney villains are not supposed to be sexy, right? Did Emma Stone not there was some parts where she was all like looking like this, and I was like, ooh, Cruella, you've been through some stuff. But overall, I was like, oh, especially that poster that they released yesterday, I was like, Emma Stone looking sexy as like a little sexy Disney villain. And they ain't supposed to be looking sexy. They're supposed to be looking. But it looks good. Oh, that trailer looks so good. Y'all have to wait to watch it when I do my reaction if you haven't seen it. It'll drop in like 23 minutes. I have it scheduled. Or you can watch it both times. Just watch mine, make sure. But it looks good. I don't want to say too much because if y'all haven't seen it, sometimes I like to be surprised. So I don't want to say too much, but this is one I'm excited for. Now, this is my question. Did Disney, I don't even know. Did they say that Cruella's only going to be released in theaters? Because it's coming out in May. So I don't know how theater releases and all that's going to be like in May. And I feel like they didn't even say it in the trailer, but are they going to have it on theaters and also Disney Plus like they do? Like that Raya, the dragon, they're doing both and you got to pay like $30. Like, are they going to do that with the Cruella? Or am I going to have to pay $50 to see that on Disney Plus or go to the theater? Because I'm going to go meet her at theater now. I got these immunities in me. I can go to a theater. I shouldn't rub that in. But it makes you feel like what? Like getting this first shot. And I know because when my husband got his first shot, it was the end of December. And first I was like, oh, I'm so jealous. But I did ask him, I was like, do you feel like a little something extra? Like you got a little immunity against COVID, I'm like, don't you feel a little bit, I wouldn't say more powerful, but you feel a little something different. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, and now I'm like, oh, I don't even have full immunity yet. And I'm like, I feel a little like I can live life again. Like I have this little protection that guards me to be able to do things now and not be worried when I go out. Because I was worried every time, especially here, and they don't want to wear a mask. And some people still think it's a hoax. My nose is running. I don't even have I hope that ain't a side effect. Oh, no. And the other mob is Psycho 100. There have been two. I've never heard of that one. You have a superpower. You can lift all our low spirits and fill all our thoughts. Now I'm really gonna need a tissue. Maybe I'm gonna have to use this mask. You're gonna make me tear up. Oh, Fantastic Beasts. And where do you find the movie they called him? No mind. I love that movie, but I don't remember that. Tejas! Tejas is here! Good morning, Tejas! What did Vicky say? Many rich and upper class people feel shame to tell that they love and eat wada paw. Really? Because it's just an oily street food, but I heard that they eat it secretly, and very few says that there's really a food people are like ashamed to admit that they eat. Really? Because it's like they think it's like a low class food. I mean, if it's delicious, don't be ashamed. Like you could, I mean, there's some foods here people are like, oh, that's a lot of calories or something like that. And I'm like, but it's delicious. I didn't know that. Real. So what is wada paw? What is in it? It's an oily food. Is it a meat? Same, Amanda. I am a witch. That's right, Michaela. We're gonna have we ain't no muggles. I'm sure if your kids used magic around you, they would drive you crazy to the point where you would break their wand, maybe. Artha, we will have our next live chat on, Shridevi. Oh, really? I knew it was at the end of February. Oh, but is it exactly a week from today? Oh, we'll have to have a special, like, Shridevi chat, huh? Oh, I didn't even think of that. I'm glad, Arthur, you told me that. Reactor, Ritik, answer. Oh, okay, Ritik. Let me write it down. Ritik. Oh, where's my pen's not working? Ritik answers. What is it? What is the answer? Answers the web most search questions. Is there English subtitles, or is he saying in English? Because sometimes I have a hard time finding those. I just had a thought on SpongeBob. It's confirmed that the Krabby Patties, they were made of beef. I love you too, High Tech. In which movie you would love to replace the lead actor with Govinda? Oh, that's a good question, huh? Would you? Oh, that's a hard one, Vicky. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that. But like, wouldn't that be funny? Like, pick different movies and just replace the actor with them. I would probably want to do like serious movies. That's just my humor. I would do like something serious. Like, what is that when the little boy sees dead people and put Govinda in it? He's like, I see dead people, and Govinda starts doing a little dance. Like, that's my kind of sense of humor. I wouldn't even be a funny movie. I would pick like a serious movie and put like silly Govinda in it, crazy Govinda when he's doing his silliness. But that's my kind of humor. Shouldn't they be sea cows or something? Ritik name movie 21. Hi, Jamie. Pause, as I always assumed that Krabby Patties were made out of fish. I thought you can't have no. See, I'm team beef always with that, and you even see them because my kids used to buy these little gummies that look like Krabby Patties, and that was definitely looked like a brownie, like it was some kind of beef. I had vaccine. It feels weird. My arms feel numb, and it makes me sleepy. Jamie, I don't know if you missed it, but I was the whole next day. My arm was sore for like 2 days. But the whole next day, I napped all day long, like slept all day long. This is a symptom people don't talk about. Like, I had never heard of it until now that I'm talking about it. But that it made you sleepy like that. Because I slept like all day and then all night. I slept all Saturday night. I slept, got up for a few hours, did some stuff, then got tired, went and napped like on and off all day long. Got it like at nighttime. I woke up and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep now because I slept all day long, and then I slept all night. It was the same thing. Yeah, they call them muggles in the UK. That, and they already made me see bears and rhinoceroses on the camping episode of SpongeBob. Speaking of theme parks, they're planning to build a massive theme park in the UK and Paramount and the BBC. Really? If Paramount is involved, maybe it could be like a SpongeBob or like a Sonic. They could have it all. Sponge, because Paramount, the Sonic movies are Paramount. If you were telekinetic like Carrie, would you? I would like if I would like to meet Sergo something Mob. That would have been. I don't know who that is. Mob has all the psychic powers and chooses. I have no idea who that is. Pabria's here! Papria! All my friends are here. I'm a big Wonder Woman fan too. She's always my favorite woman superhero, and she's my role model. Hello. You know I love me some girl power. Wonder Woman. The kids and Greg are doing great, Papria. Latest news. Active cases in India are more than 130, but it's increasing. Really? Have they started giving a lot of vaccines there, or any? Because I've heard some like countries haven't even started vaccinating yet. And I feel that's what's really trying to, because our curve looks like this. I mean, the death, because death case is always like, it's like a 2-week stagger. Like if it peaks cases here, then 2 weeks later the deaths will peak, But now, like the just the active case, like the new cases, it went up, but it's like totally, it's like on the downtrend big time here. But I feel like this is a lot because of vaccinations. A big part of it, probably a lot of people that had it already here and just have the immunities. A lot of people still being safe and like, especially since like Biden's in, he like mandated all federal places wear masks and this stuff, that probably a lot more places are forcing people to wear masks. But I don't know. It's not all country. I know poorer countries, like, if you think like maybe some in South America or, countries that aren't huge on the map or might not have the vaccine yet. But India is like they're a powerhouse country. I would think they would start vaccinating their people already, huh? Did y'all get vaccinations? I just completed The Tempest from Shakespeare. It is our school curriculum. Have you read any Shakespeare work? What is your favorite play by him and favorite character? I have, but I don't understand it. I remember reading Shakespeare in school. It was only in school. And we had to read the Romeo and Juliet, the Hamlet and all that stuff. And I would read it and I'd be like, this don't make any sense to me. So I would watch like a lot of the movies. I did. The Hamlet movie, wasn't Hamlet have like the Mel Gibson played him? And then they had Romeo and Juliet. They had the Gwyneth Paltrow. If I had a favorite character, I don't know, because it seems like in those, it was always like a sad ending for their characters. That's what that was another thing. I'm like, these always are like Romeo and Juliet. They both, spoiler alert, they both like died at the end, didn't even be together, Hamlet, didn't he like go psycho? Seems like they're all ended pretty bad with their stories, but I could never understand it, that old English. But I promise you there is a reason. He wants to nurture another potential for himself and his powers. I love your face. Thank you, Kabar. Please, some of my girls. I will, Papria. Oh, Papria always, every time. These are the kind of friends I have. So caring. Look, I'm going to tear up with my mask. Pretty sure most sidekicks would think it's stupid of him to stoop to the level of the average person working on some potential of the sidekick powers. I love your kids, and here's our little hi. Telling each other hi. Am I way behind on comments? I just want to have my birthday at the Hogwarts. Oh, Michaela, I've been to it. I've had me a butterbeer. Like walking into the Hogwarts. I've only though been in the one in California. Never the one in Florida, which is much bigger. The Hogwarts there. The California one is a Universal, is like a smaller version, but still you walk in there and it's like it feels just like a whole Hogwarts town. It's so neat. You can go to this one store and like wand stores, and they have interactive stuff. If you get a wand, you can do different things in little town. Oh, Michaela, you would love it. You would love it. When COVID's over, we got to do all this stuff we wanted to do, right? That's my list. I'm like, but this past year with COVID, I'm like, why didn't I spend more time on I should have done this and this, It's made you like really appreciate things in life more. And I mean, sometimes people don't appreciate it till their deathbed and wish they had done something, things that, I feel like COVID is making us open our eyes and like life is short. Like you're only always going to get this, appreciate. It made me too appreciate the time at home with my family and just different, it made us slow down a little bit. I want to get an hour. What is that? An hour. Everybody say, what is hour? I don't know what no hour. What is an hour? Can you, I feel like are y'all spamming some hour? I did just say hour. I love your home. Oh, goodbye. I love you too. Have you seen anime? Crazy women not supposed to look sexy either. Well, yeah. I just said hour. I don't know what hour is. I'm pretty sure she's a little bit more dangerous than Lady of Misery was. Actually, super hot. It looks awesome. Definitely enjoying the Cruella. Emma Stone looks a mess. She does. That's what I said. She looks too hot to be, too sexy to be like a villain. You're just bragging now. What did I brag about? Oh, I just lost my space because I just see I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up. All right, and it's easy because all this hour stuff people are saying. All right, congrats. Thank you, Pabria. Tell your local treatment and cold. Aiden make his appearance the other night. No, and he's not here today, Pabria, because the kids have a snow day. My kids are home. He stayed home at his house because he don't have school because it is snowing out. It is snow. Y'all want to look at it? Right, maybe I should catch up on the comments real quick. I'm in love with British actresses. What is your job? Your husband here? My husband's job? Works in a hospital. Like he's the supervisor over the people who take x-rays and stuff. My computer is plugged in. Look at Papria's just. I feel lucky to have friends like y'all. I do. Don't make me tear up. Don't make me, I will, but I just know y'all just take care, I really feel like y'all care about me, I mean, it's not just here, come in the chat, say hi, leave, but I feel our friendship and that y'all, I can't talk. I'm going to tear up. I don't know why I'm getting is this a side effect of the COVID vaccine? Getting too emotional. I invite your husband, kids to come to India. Oh, Kabar. We can't, I'm telling you, once this is over, I'm going to be traveling everywhere. I'm going to be traveling. I don't even know if we can travel now outside. I don't know what the travel restrictions on all the other countries are. So you thought of saying her superpower would be both empathy and that would be I like that one. Your teeth is white. Thank you. Even though I just told you I didn't brush this morning yet. Vada payo is literally 2 buns. Oh, is that what she was saying? Between some mashed potatoes with masala. Is that what Vicky? No, Vicky was saying that street food that the rich people don't like to say they eat. Is that called vada payo? And she said it's oily. So is the mashed potatoes oily? That's a lot of carbs. You got bread with mashed potatoes in between and eat it like a sandwich. But it sounds delicious with some cheese. They have a dish that I make here, and it's really a Polish dish, but it's called pierogies. And all that is mashed potatoes, but it's inside a noodle. And then you boil the noodle and put it in the sauce, but it's a noodle, like a ravioli. Y'all ever, a ravioli where sometimes you put cheese inside the noodle or meat inside. This is like a noodle with a bunch of mashed potatoes inside. Kind of sounds like the same thing. That's just bread. I'd eat it. I love me mashed potatoes and bread. I even eat. Listen, when we have our Thanksgiving dinners, we'll have turkey and mashed potatoes and rolls. I'll even take a roll and scoop a little mashed potatoes with the gravy. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. She has superpower to become a doctor, nurse. She would be given the hospital. She worked at a good name. Where's the snowfall tomorrow? Probably my house. Oh, I'm looking. Thank you. I just have my hair's getting so long. I put it in a bun. You see that? I put it in a bun every day now because it's it comes and it is just so long because I don't want to get a haircut with the COVID and everything. But y'all are so sweet. It's a potato mixture dipped in chickpea batter, and it's fried potatoes. That's even better. With a bun between sauces, you can. Why do people not want to admit that sounds delicious? With some cheese. Is Greg coming on live anytime soon? So we were going. That was one thing for Bria with the vaccine that it messed up, because he was going to do it Sunday, but then I was tired of the vaccine. So I told him, oh yeah, I didn't. This Sunday at like the same time I usually come on. So I don't know what it'll be that at night where you are or whatever. It's like 9 a.m. my time that he said he'll come on. He was going to do it last weekend too. But with just getting the vaccine and me being like tired and sleeping all that day and just not feeling it, we didn't do it. And I said, well, let's do it the next weekend. So he said yes, because he was, you know what he said? I was like, everybody's asking about you. And he was like, who? Pabrian Tejas? And I was like, yes. I said, Vicky and Mr. Care, I was naming everybody. They want to talk to you too. You should watch Davies' interview. Oh, really? On his show. It's in English. Because y'all said next week. Like on this day, it's gonna be her anniversary of her death, right? George Strombo. Hi, Kay, but bye, Nio. You must try South Indian food, not as spicy, but delicious. Your smile, good. I remember my aunt. Oh, you're my aunt, my friend. Oh, Tejas. Ritik, answer web questions. Oh, it's in English. Good. I think you would have a very exciting day and career if you actually had the superpower to heal people. I mean, that would be. I mean, now that you say that one, like I was thinking of superpowers, flying and all this stuff, but the ability to heal somebody, that seems like the best superpower ever, you know? Sorry if you already answered. Did you get your vax? Yes, Westfield. I got it last Saturday. Only had a sore arm. It was my first one. And that's what I said. This is a side effect I didn't know about, that I was sleeping all the next day. And now 2 people had told me, like the night 24 hours after they got it, they were tired from it also. So this is a side effect not many people are talking about. I mean, it's not a bad one. And maybe that's why people don't talk about it. I'm like, you're just tired and sleepy. That's okay, you know. The second one is where you hear, though, that they get like sick. Like the side effect where they get the chills and the fevers and the headache. You always hear it with the second one. So that I'm getting that one on March 6th. I'll report back. You know, I'll report back. I bet it happened all the kinds of sick people, not just I would, Mr. That's like the best superpower. What is your caste? We don't have like the caste system. We don't have that here. Is that what we don't have? Oh, like I guess I'm called. We have more like the classes, right? The upper class, the rich people, like middle class, like the working people, and then like we call it like the poor, class with, So I'm middle, not rich, not rich. I'm pretty sure if you had the ability to heal people before COVID hit, you would be. I would. That's like the best. Now I want that power, Mr. Carries. Govinda's done a completely serious movie and songs are epic one. Well, yeah, I know he's done serious ones and depressed Bollywood actors, but I'm just saying, like, if I can put him in a role, it would be the funniest if you put Govinda in a serious role, but then he doesn't act serious. I want him to act silly. Like, that's just my humor, Vicky. That's just my humor. I remember I think it was you telling me like he's done a lot of serious stuff too. Your mug is big. You take tea, the coffee. I don't want to show. I spilled it one showing my coffee before and fried the computer. India set a world record in vaccinating people, not only in India, but also distributed free vaccines to men. Really? So you have how many have they vaccinated? Yes, vaccination's already going. Did anybody there get it yet? Are you on a list? Because here they've like, you have tiers. Like the first tier was why Greg got his vaccine was like healthcare workers. That was like number one. They put healthcare, like, and then like police. I don't know if police was on. I think it was. I know mainly was healthcare workers was like the first to get it. But I don't know if they did like police, and I think they did like first responders, the police, maybe. I don't even think firefighters or whatever, but but like ones who were out every day in the community doing, helping people, whatever. And then it was like, and then older people like 65 and above. And then it's even like after that, like teachers and like essential workers, grocery store workers, or after that, also like high risk people, which is why I got mine early. Cause like other people, like I have, anemia and like I had asthma, like growing up with the inhaler and stuff is like so I was like in the high risk category, which is why I kind of like got mine earlier. I got it with like the older people. Like when I was standing in line for an hour and a half waiting to get it, I was with like 99% of people were like older age people, which I was really nervous because I was like, I'm healthier, but I could still maybe be carrying the virus. So I was like really nervous to make sure like my mask was on good. I even put like a second one on, like, because they say double mask sometimes, just because they're like I feel like the older people are like the most vulnerable in this time. I mean, even though I'm high risk, I'm not as vulnerable as some of these people that would look like 75, 80. So I was real nervous. I didn't want to like contaminate them with something I could be carrying, But I got mine with like all the older crowd. You taking ginger. India has found 2 different vaccines. Which one is y'all? Don't y'all have that one with the AstraZeneca, or have one more hand learning? Uh-oh, I lost my spot. Whenever I lose my spot, because sometimes YouTube will just like point me to like the newest comments, and then I have to scroll all through and it shows me how many I'm behind on. So then it makes me aware of how behind I am. Have you been in UK, Crazy Amanda? Never been. I've been to Europe, but never the UK. When I went to Europe, I went to like Prague in Germany, that area, but never anywhere outside. Like I went to Paris on a layover when I was there. But the only place in Europe I've been is like Prague and then Germany. You and Tess are the nicest people on YouTube. So good. Oh, Ronnie. Mwah. Send him my love, Ronnie. You're so sweet. Farm person is fully exposed now. 2 women gave a 2 cut. I saw that. You know what, Vicky? And the side man, I was like, and oh wait, who knows Rihanna and all the plans. Well, I don't know. I didn't hear about the Rihanna thing, but I saw the Greta, and I was like, look, y'all told me, you're like, no, Greta, and I didn't believe you. I was like, not little Greta, that little girl, she just this and that. She ain't behind on nothing with the Greta. And now they're saying all this, and I was like, oh, maybe y'all were right. Look, y'all were right. I need to listen to y'all a little better. I didn't even read the whole story, but I was just saw like the one girl, wasn't she like arrested or something? And she's the one who was like sending Greta this stuff, and they took her and exposed her. And I was like, oh, y'all were right. I should have listened to y'all. I should have listened about the Greta. And I was like, I don't Rihanna. So I didn't even hear about the Rihanna, but I'm not going to go against y'all. Y'all were right with me with the Greta. I read some where the Romeo and Juliet was not a love story, but it was a play of 2 to 3 days, which caused few deaths. It is true. Oh, it was like based off a true? Was it based off something true? Like the story he took it? You're lucky I live in California. Where in California, Michaela? Because then you could, all those places are closed though in California, huh? Because we were talking about the Universal in like in Disneyland, and all those places are closed in California, which they're open in Florida. But I'm not going to Florida with that. UK's spreading like crazy. Priyank, there she is. Hi, Priyank, peanut butter jelly. I have an alternate question for you. What are some of the best financial decisions you made in your life? Pension, Morgan, anything that works for you. Wow, Priyank. That's a good one. I mean, I'm going to say this. I feel like I'm really good at managing money, even if I don't make much. Even if I don't make much, because number one, like me and my husband were talking about this. Like I'm not high maintenance. Like I don't need much things. I'm very frugal. I don't buy new things. I don't buy like new clothes, new this, new that. Like if you look at my house and you look at like houses around the place I live, oh, they will decorate and buy things just for fanciness. My house is like bare minimum. like I put pictures of the family up where they had a nail. I didn't even try to decorate or anything. And I don't even try, I don't buy like just these little accessories just to I'm like, that's silly to me. It's just silly. So I'm very frugal with my money that way, like any kind of check. But also, my goal in life has always been not to have debt. That's like been always my goal in life. I feel like the biggest freedom in life, even though you have the freedoms to live, but still people think they're free in the US. We're free. But they're not free because they have 30-year mortgages on their house. 30-year mortgages where they pay the bank like interest through those 30 years, where sometimes the interest they pay to the bank is more than they paid on their house. Or like loans on cars. Like here they get loans on cars where, you buy a 5-year loan, but you're going to pay, say if you pay, 10,000 for a car, and I'm just rounding it. It's probably more like 20,000 for a new car, but just say 10,000. You're going to pay like 5,000, really like in the end, 15,000 because you're paying all this interest to the bank for them loaning you the money. Mortgage too. I remember I bought my first house and it was a small house. And then they were like, this is how much it was, like 60,000, my first house. It was a little tiny house. $60,000 I paid for the house. So this is how much you're going to pay for like, your house. And this how much you're going to pay for the interest. Then you look at every month. You look and they tell you where your money goes. So the more you owe, the more interest you pay, right? I remember my first, house payment seeing I paid, say, 500, right? And I remember it saying like $50 went to the or to the actual house payment, and I paid like 450 in the interest. I was like, this is some kind of ripoff. So what I did always, number one, whenever I have a house, but when I had a house payment, I always paid more than a house payment. Because if your house payment is 500, 50 goes to the actual, paying off the house, 450's interest. Whatever you pay over, say if I was 500, but I paid 700, all that 200 extra that I paid goes right to paying off the house. So that was number one. You always pay more than the house payment. But let me tell y'all, next month, I'm going to have my house paid off. Like I've had 3 houses in my life, right? I've owned 3 houses, moved, 2 times after that. I paid off. I had no debt when I moved from the other house. Paid it off, was clear, like 30-year loans, because I just made sure to pay. And every little bit I get, if I get sometimes a tax return every year, I put all that money into the house to pay it off. And next month, I'm going to have my last payment on this house. So I think that's the best, and then extra money I got. Actually, any extra money. I mean, I was lucky. Not lucky, I wouldn't say it's lucky, but we did get like an inheritance when Greg's family passed, like his mom and dad. His mom died of cancer, like when he was young. He lost. But then his dad died, and then, he got some money after that, and we put it all into the house because that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's like the best investment. I'm really getting into this money conversation, but Priyanka asked. But I feel like if you invest in something, like I have a 401k and it grows, but I'm saving the most money by just paying off my house and not having to pay the bank hundreds of thousands in interest. Because after 30 years, if you just pay your amount that they tell you should, you're going to pay probably double the amount than your house would even cost. So that's what I think. That was my thing, not to have debt. And after next month, when I pay off this last house payment, I will not have, and then don't even get me started on credit cards. I use credit cards, but at the end of every month, I pay the whole bill. Like if I spend, I just use them for convenience. If I spend $100, probably it's more like $500 for gas. And I use credit cards as a convenience, but I pay it off at the end of the month. So I'm not like they don't charge me any interest if you pay it all off at the end of the month. So I just use it as a convenience, but Definitely don't get, carry over credit card balances. That's a trap. That's a trap right there. It sounds that a famous dog made TikTok. I really got into this financial because this is something I'm like, people, they want to spend money like they have it, but then they have this huge amount of debt. I'm like, how you can just spend money frivolously when you have all this debt that if you can't pay a mortgage one month, like they can kick you out of the house no matter how much you paid. If you bought your house for 150,000 and you paid 140, and you miss a payment, even though you're at the end, they can come and take it away from you and all that money that you paid. But no, if you have a house paid off, that's yours free and clear, unless you still have to pay your taxes. But I'm like, it's like guaranteed. This house will be paid off and it's mine and I don't owe no banks for it. And I can go on and on about that. That's like the best freedom in the world. I don't know how they do in other countries, if they do mortgages like that or give loans for like that, but here, like, every family starts off by if they buy a house, they get a mortgage and it's usually for 30 years. And you're stuck 30 years of your life just paying this mortgage off where the bank is like collecting most of the money of it. It's a trap. It's how banks are so rich these days. All right. When do you see my next DV song request? I'd sent you requests many times. Vikram? Where'd you? I'm telling y'all, I get a lot and I miss them or I lose them. What are you bragging about the fact they have a vaccine for Corona and none of us do? What you were bragging about was the fact that you have I wasn't brag, but I'm trying not to brag. I'm just happy. Mr. Carius. Harry Potter become a big part of my life. It makes me feel better when I'm glad something like that's good to have, isn't it, Michaela? Well, await your reaction videos. Oh, thank you, Vikram. I just thought of the craziest thing ever as far as superpowers are concerned, the power of 6 infinity stones. Yeah. Since I can ask you anything, if you ever had the power of 6 infinity, which would you like using the most? I like the time one. Right? When you kind of like, that seems like the one going back in time and stuff. I mean, the time, what is it called? Is it just the time stone? Yes, I'm asking you this, crazy Amanda. I would really want to decorate my room and get a new style of clothes. I don't like Badapo though. I like mashed potatoes. I eat it daily. Do not like because it's fried. But Amanda, why are you angry? Don't even start that, Vicky. You're going to make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. My personal favorite probably be reality stuff. Is that the time one? Or the reality would be like now too. Are y'all watching WandaVision? Just when you said the reality stone, how she like made her own, like a version of like her own kind of reality with that's a good one. Yano samosa. It is a I've had samosas. They're good. Vicky likes her fried foods though, huh? Hope you and family are taking good care in the crucial Corona times. We are, Vikram. Samosa, vada pav are common and famous street foods. You are truly a beautiful treasure to me, and I definitely appreciate your company. Oh, Matthew Lee. Oh, thank you. Am I really far behind? I'm trying. Let me cut. So eagerly waiting the live chat. Yes, Sunday. He promised. I lost my spot. So I'll know how far behind. I know how far behind by. Wait, not too bad. Eagerly waiting live chat. You come to now with me, Hill Station. You see me in Chick-Pig, but I hate. Oh, China is your neighbor. Like, are you pretty close to the border there to China? Tin samosas very much. Never ate one time in my life. She said tin samosas are very much. Even I never ate this one. Oh, so you're saying 10's too many. I want 3 superpowers. Perfection. Manipulation. Fabria gets deep. I can see Fabria having some deep conversations. You want perfection? Isn't like the little kind of cute, qualities in life that make life interesting is imperfections? I don't know if I want perfection. You use ginger. Not really. We don't. That's not like a spice we use a lot. What is price of iPhone here? Like the newest ones? We talked. Did we not talk about this last time, Kabar? You always want me to get an iPhone. You're like, give me an iPhone. It depends on the versions. Have you ate pani puri? It feels like a chemical bomb, but women feel it's extremely delicious and addictive for them. If I did, I wouldn't remember the name. I don't remember eating chemical bombs though, Vicky. I don't remember that. Question number 8. What does the soul stone's power do? You were good. Thank you, Kabab. India has caste system, not America. America has racist system. Oh, Vicky, that's too true. It makes me laugh. The reason why I never bring up flying is because I'm pretty sure at the time of the season, no one would want to fly. That's true. That's a good point. And they say like the higher you get up, like to space, it gets colder, right? I don't like the cold. That's a good, Mr. Carius. That's a good observation right there. Hey, Amanda, just now got your Cruella reaction notification. So it was at 10. There's a magical medicine called Sanjevni Booty. I'm a child in that way. If I hear like it's even close to the word like booty or which can heal anything mentioned in mythological stories of Ramayan. Really? And it's called Sanjeevani Booty. Where is FBI headquarters? I think that is it in DC? I'm guessing DC cover. I got Cruella trailer reaction notification right now. You got it too. See, I had it timed. It scheduled it. When you're flying in the upper atmosphere. See, I was Mr. Carriers, you're right. Even in the summer, it gets colder. What is your job? You are government. Oh, I'm not in government service. I mean, this is my job now. I like have a site I run. I review movies and put, a lot of TVs and movies I review that's where I make most of my money is on my site. Guide for Moms, GUIDE, the number 4 moms. If you visit it, it gives me some ad revenue sometimes, but I'll write out like different reviews. I'll put all kind of different stuff up. I put stuff up like recipes I like. I even have like an air fryer. I think Vicky was talking about samosa recipe. And even my naan recipe, like I put different recipes up. So I have a site. Plus, like my YouTube, I don't make money. There ain't hardly nobody unless you got 300 million subscribers making money. I mean, probably 1 million subscribers, people make money, but not with no 20,000. I do that. This is fun. This is fun for me, but it's from the site. Before this, I have a degree in biochemistry. Everybody know, like people that come here often know that. And I worked in a science lab for 15 years. We worked though, call me crazy Amanda, because we worked in I worked in the department of psychiatry when I worked in the lab, and we would study different, drugs and stuff for psychological disorders. Then God song from the film, Shudivi, very nice song, Vikram said. Azal Gale. Why does that name sound familiar to? Do they have a lot of songs with the Gale in it? Because that just sounds familiar. Have you looked and see if I've done the reaction before? Okay, my mother, government servant teacher. She is retired and pension. Oh, she's a teacher? In the future, I want to go to Oxford and live in the UK. It's cold there too, doesn't it get? Did y'all see? Speaking of the UK, I don't know why, or Britain, but they saw Meghan and Harry's having a second child. I love Meghan and Harry. I love it. I like how they're just like, I don't care about y'all royals. Y'all want to just, like, they're done with the royals. They're like, we're living our life and happy. Soulstone grant control of our life in the universe. Where is immigration biz law? I don't know. Maybe an artist or actress you should react to. See how that sounds familiar, Arthov, with the Gale. I think the Billy alone would be too much for anyone. What is meant by frugal? You said frugal. Oh, frugal means people that, if they get money, they're very careful how they spend it. Like if I get money, I'll maybe try to save it, not go and spend it on just, I want to buy a new dress or new this or that. They are very careful the way they spend their money. They're very, they don't they say a lot of frugal people, they say save a lot of their money, careful spending on only things they really, really need. So that's what frugal means. Someone who's very careful, saves money and careful spending. The power of the soul stone anyway. Thanks, Artham. When you're going to react to the copied songs of Bollywood copies songs from the whole world. It's a beautiful song. You're welcome, Vikram. Have I react? Why does this sound familiar? Y'all want me to do this one, but it sounds so. It's Zen. I feel like this is maybe it's because people have like requested Gail, or I wonder if it's one. I have to check because sometimes I reacted to some and they've been blocked. So it could have been that name just sounds familiar to me that maybe it's been blocked. I'll have to check if other people react. If you haven't seen other people react to it, then it's definitely like, oh, it's been blocked. Like it'll block you. And then they could copy strike it easy. So I'm gonna have to search if that one, because his name sounds so familiar, like I might have done it and it was blocked. All right. Some songs are very famous and copy Bollywood twice, thrice for on. Lost my spot, but I feel like I've caught up pretty good, huh? Or maybe not. Here. Oh, see, I'm almost at the end. How was your life? Happy birthday! Oh wait, it's amazing. Is an original composition. Well, Amanda, what is the problem? Is the Delhi? There's airport Palam is the. I don't know what you're talking. Well, Amanda, what is the problem? Is in Delhi? There's airport palm is the. I don't know what Vicky was saying there. Well, what is the matter? Is can I send you a letter? Is the. What are you talking about, Vicky? Vicky, you're confusing me. I don't know what she's talking about there. Here is song movie. Second favorite, Infinity Stone. That one looks like wonderful. Yes, Virkum, that's a beautiful song. I requested join a Facebook page where she takes requests. You can find. Yeah, look at Arthav. Arthav, you know what to do. Direct them to the link. To quote something I read off the internet, perfection's overrated. Let good be good enough. See, I think that's where little people get their charms. A lot of people like it's not always in the perfection. Everybody being perfect will get old, right? It's their little imperfect. I can't even talk. See, that's my imperfection. I can't say words, but it's part of my little charm, don't you think? Or you might not like it, but I love pani puri. I eat 70, 80 pani puri at one go. What is a pani puri? Y'all making me hungry. Is racism a big problem in America? Because I heard from many people, also Priyanka was bullied a lot. That's why she left America and continued her study in India. Yeah. I mean, it is. And then it's not, I mean, when you think of racism in America, most people think of racism towards like African Americans, right? The people and stuff too. But it depends on what's happening in our country now, because people are racist towards all kinds of groups that don't look just, white. Especially now, like, well, after, you probably heard 9/11, when 9/11 happened, I mean, it was like the Muslims, and this is the thing, people are like, oh, like Muslims or whatever, but here in America, you can't look at someone and be like, oh, that's a Muslim, or just anybody from maybe the Middle East, they would look at and be like, oh, that's a terrorist, and then they would have these hate crimes against like anybody that even looked like from the Middle East, just because they assume that they're some kind of Muslim, and that was, with the whole 9/11 stuff. Now, though, we're hearing a lot of things like, and that's maybe why the Priyanka left. That might be one thing, because they look at her and they're like, oh, she's the Middle East, Muslim, terrorist, da, 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 da. That's probably a big thing, maybe a reason, why she had left. But then now, I was reading a lot. There's a lot of hate crimes to Asian people because of the, China virus, what Trump was going around calling the COVID, right? The China virus. But this is another thing. people are, here they look at any Asian person as like China and will do things to them. They could be from Korea, they can be from here. If they look any kind sort of Asian, they're going to do some kind of hate crime towards those because they blame them from the COVID. So it happens a lot here, and it's things you hear, uh, which they'll put it, in political terms sometimes, like more liberal people, are more friendly to those situations, against racism and gifts against different populations. You hear it more from the right, extreme right, I would say, not even like conservative right groups, but when it goes to the extreme where like the white supremacists are and all that stuff is where you see a lot of that, a lot of it. And I'll see it just even shoot, even this week, because they had the Trump acquittal for the being impeached, and then a lot of news stories, but you'll look at like the comments and news stories here, and you can just see people, because don't they think they behind a keyboard and they're not face to face, and they have the courage more. I wouldn't even say still think they're cowards, but they think they are like, have this barrier that they can just be hateful and mean, and you see it more of these things on the internet, but it just shows you what they really think and how they really feel, and how big of a group really feel like that. It's sad. But yes, it had a lot of race, and that's why I said it's not even towards like the black or American African American. It's any different groups, and I mean, you hear like people that from Mexican with the wall and all that, and they over here taking our jobs, and what are they, even people, all the immigrants from there, they're rapists and this and it's sad, but every population, they have these extremist groups that have this racism towards anybody different. And I could just eat a few. I don't know what this Pani Puri is. They're getting close to shooting the Flash movie. Oh, that would be good. Ronnie, what'd you think of that Justice League Snyder cut? Did you see that? Oh, WandaVision seems to be a little bit inspired by the Twilight Zone episode, It's a Good Life. I didn't watch much Twilight. Did you hear though, like the last 3 episodes of WandaVision going to be an hour long? It's good. You skipped a very important comment of mine. Oh, really? Yeah, I was wondering what you're talking about. The 10 samosas are very much, I wrote, because I told you that Ritik, he eats 10. I missed that, especially a Ritik comment. How can I miss a Ritik comment? I'll make him 20 samosas, Vicky. I'll make him as many as he wants. I gotta go and say bye, Ronnie. Mwah, take care. Oh, it is one. I'm not going too long today, so it's 1:17. Well, I'm gonna try to finish up these comments. I feel like I'm at the end too. I feel like, just to put this out there as my witness on this, I am not making up. I am making my what ifs on YouTube to make money. I do not get paid for video. I'm just trying to do something new. Listen, I feel like that's Mr. Aquarius. That's what all of us. There's probably like 1% of people on YouTube, and if they have like close to 1 million followers, they're making money. The rest of all the people on YouTube just do it for fun and because they like it. But I'm saying if you're maybe even more, not even 1 million, even like I would say half of 500,000 subscribers and above, you're probably making some good money. Also, the kind of videos you do, like me with song videos, they claim those all day long. I'll make zero. So if a lot of people are doing reactions to songs, they ain't making nothing. Like, if they're having a lot of other people's content in it, they're not making, because those are claimed by other people. So it's probably your content also. Nick, I have been well. I love Prince William and Kate Middleton. Oh, I like Harry and Meghan more. Maybe because Meghan's from the US and everything, and I feel like they have been like mean to her and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, I love the little Prince William and Kate's kids. Oh, the little, what's his name? Little was it George Prince? The little Prince, and then the little Charlotte. Oh, they got their kids are gorgeous. I like all the royals. I like watching them all. I like watching all the royals. But when it's the royal kids, oh my, I just like, and that's what I think with the Prince Harry and Meghan announced they having another baby. Oh, it melts my heart. And then I read that they announced it on Valentine's Day, and it was kind of like a homage to Princess Diana because she announced being pregnant with Harry, her second child, on Valentine's Day, and so they said they did that for her. So, I do. The little kids are so cute. Little Charlotte. And what's the littlest, Louis, or the littlest one? I think maybe it's Louis. Oh, they're so cute. Salmon's came in with details in SRK Path and release a Schreier trolled for the reasons E-Town news. Many successful people in Hollywood, like Iron Man and many also FB founder, follow Hinduism. Actually, they met a priest in the state temple after that their life changed. One of the family members has studied Oxford Dictionary. Your family member? From the three Superpower mentioned earlier, I really want manipulation, to manipulate everything and only science, to know everything. That would be like those are, and manipulate everything. Like, I don't know what, then you can kind of control the world. If you can know everything and manipulate everything, I feel like you can. I guess, but it's not like you control people. So I guess not. Well, when you manipulate them, can you manipulate people? Those are like right there. You have those two. I feel like you can control everything, the entire world. It's a beautiful song. Gail actually pronounced gaily, and it means hug. Oh, I love that in the common world. See, I've seen gaily. Also, look out gaily a lot of times. Maybe it's just a lot of times in titles. I lost it. Where am I at? Where am I? I lost my comments. Okay, here we are. Watch Always and Forever. Laura Jean, it was so good. Oh, I loved it too. And it's the last one. I also got a little emotional. I did too. To all the boys, Always and Forever, because it's the last one, right? Like, they wrote, these were based off the books and it was written by the last one. And I kind of got sad that it was. Fabria, so basically your matter manipulation. What is the biggest and racist people don't understand is a thing or person isn't valuable because they look different or not as smart as you are. That is not where a person's true value lies. Very true, Mr. 100%. Doughboy! Doughboy's here! Doughboy! Is he still here? I don't know if this was a late comment. Hey, Doughboy! Shall check Facebook page. Well, a thing isn't valuable because it's perfect. Fighter 2020, Richard Roshan, Depika Padukone. I'm Hispanic mixed with black. Michaela can probably tell you then. Michaela, have you gotten a lot of racism towards you? And she's in California. Sure, Vikram, you should join it. The songs you're suggesting are wonderful. Oh, I'm excited, Vikram. Just go on a video posted by her. You can't find the link to the Facebook group. Well, lost it. Well, this is the cat is the rat. Where, Vicky? You ate too many of those Padawans. What are you going on about? Too many mashed potatoes? What's Vicky going on about over there? Yes, and with that knowledge, mister. Are you based out of India? Oh, they were talking to Arthav. Please watch Big Boss. Big Boss. Grand finale, February 20th. Save your favorite contestant. Big. I would put that. Big Boss. Big. I haven't watched any of them. So I'll be behind. I don't even know any of the contestants. My favorite royal is and will be Princess Diana. Yes, Pabria, me too. Princess Diana will always be loved, I think, by everyone. Puree is actually a ball-like crunchy thing, which is break from the top, fill it with mashed potatoes, sprouts, and then fill it with mint water. Oh, I don't know if I like that. A little sweet water. You have a whole... Don't put mint in my mashed potatoes. I don't want mint in my mashed potatoes. Does it taste like minty? I don't know if I'd like that. I don't think mashed potatoes and mint should go together. Mint should be saved for teas and like desserts. That's what I think. Mint with mashed potatoes? Oh, unless it's not like a strong mint flavor. But right there, I'm always no. I don't like it. I don't like with the mint in my mashed potatoes. I know most parents tell their baby, look, I'm almost caught. Look at this. I'm almost to the end. I know most parents tell their babies not to share their pacifier with the first baby they see, but if that's with the new royal baby, would you tell them to lock that down? My God, again, you missed. Vicky, I'm reading all the comments. Maybe some of yours aren't coming up because I didn't miss that. I'm looking right here. I know I didn't miss no cat and a rat. Like there was nothing before that, Vicky. Look, I'm looking now. What was before that was, you know what the comment that I see before that, Vicky? I'm telling you. It was the Oxford Dictionary. Then where's Vicky? Then she said, well, hey. And then you said the cat and the rat. YouTube isn't showing all your comments for some reason, Vicky. They're not. Don't blame me, Vicky. This is YouTube. Blame it. Call the headquarters. Call the YouTube headquarters. Again, you missed an important comment on Ritik. See? Why is YouTube hiding my Ritik comments? Now I'm going to get angry, Vicky. This is the time you've got to calm down, Amanda. She's getting angry. And their meet cute was adorable. Oh, are we talking about Harry and Megan again? Amanda, Wednesday is a lovely day because you come live, but other days I miss you. Oh, Vicky, I do. But Sunday, Greg will be here. Y'all come and ask Greg all the questions. Same time. I'll come on the same time. It'll just be on Sunday. Yep, and it hurts, and I got bullied in school a lot, which changed my behavior towards certain people. See? I mean, it's very real. I bet you can ask anybody who is different here, like some, and even as a female, like they're like even here, it's like sexism. So if you're not a white male, you probably have here in the U.S. have faced some kind of racism or hate towards you for some reason or another. If you're not a straight, I have to even go further, straight white male, because if you probably have experienced something like that. Some or the other, like female I have, but nothing I think it has scarred me. Probably nothing like Michaela had gone through. You're not the only one that hasn't been watching what they say they want to watch. I keep saying that I'm going to watch anime Attack on Titan, but I never do. But I know, look, my daughter's watching that. I think she tried. She didn't really like it. Couldn't get into. Many things are going in India and in Bollywood, and it's irritating me. I can't toilet. Mr. Karras makes one person night. Vicky, you will love Pani Puri when you will taste it. With the mint mashed potatoes? I don't know. Does it taste minty? Please react on funny memes of Big Boss. Will I get them though? So I've never watched the show. I don't know if I would get the memes. I wouldn't even know if they're funny if I never watched the show. React to Pani Puri video, your mouth. Really? I'm going to have to look this up. Everybody's talking about all the Pani Puris. I'm going to have to check this out. I don't like Pani Puri. I thought see, Vicky or Vikram doesn't like it. Is it because of the mint? She said, I like Belmore and even Puri curd. Oh, actually, Pani Puri, there is a ragda, which is boiled white pea, is used on half the mashed potatoes. Guess what? I'm caught up on comments. Now I want to show, because I'm going to head out. I've been on an hour and a half, but I always like showing the snow. And it's not coming down as much as it was. It was really starting to, like the snow looked almost blizzard-like. It's not coming down as much as it was, but I still want to show you outside how it looks. Man, you can even tell because our garbage, they picked up, like we put our trash can out. They pick up on Wednesday mornings, and we put it out this morning. Why won't my curtains go up? They're stuck. Here, I'll just hold them up like this then. Oh, here we go. And on top of the garbage can, you can see how much it snowed just from this morning when we put it up. So y'all ready to look at this snow? It's pretty bright, but look at that out there. I do not want to drive in that. Like Greg had to drive going to work, but man, is it the kids? I'm telling you, last week they didn't go to school half the week. They haven't gone at all this week because of all the snow and just the cold and ice. But it sure is pretty to look at. It's one thing with the snow. It's beautiful. I love to look at the snow. Love to look at it. But it's cold. It is cold and it's so pretty. Look, I'm just sitting out here. Y'all can go to bed. I'm just going to watch the snow. Did y'all see it coming down a little bit though? Did you see a little? It's beautiful. It's so beautiful to look at. Like snow is beautiful, but it's like you don't want to go outside. You go outside and it gets muddy. Like, you get wet, but then it gets dirty, wet, and it's no fun. Sometimes it's fun to play in it, but I don't like the cold. Like it's cold. I'll go out there, especially these temperatures where it was negative 20 Celsius. And what was it, Ronnie? When Ronnie was he was negative 26 Celsius where he's at. I have this Wonder Woman stuffed toy and head so big, its body small from Six Flags. That's why I like the power. Okay, Harriet makes pani puri in a box. You can find it. Oh, I have to look. Wow, snow looks amazing. It's pretty neat. I haven't been to Montreal, David. I haven't been to Montreal, but I have been to Canada, only Vancouver and Victoria. Only over there in Canada. But I want to go to some, especially where the Niagara Falls. Like I want to go to that part of Canada because they always say the Niagara Falls is more pretty on the Canada side. But Canada don't let us in right now because of COVID, right? Isn't the border still closed? Yes, though. So it's beautiful out. I wanted to show y'all because I know a lot of people there don't get to see the snow and everything. And it is, I wish I would have showed earlier because that snow was like coming. You would see it just coming down. It's lightened up a lot, but it's still coming. It's a little flurry now. It's pretty. See, David? That's like one of my trips I want to do is go to the Niagara Falls on the Canada side. I wish it would snow in California. Does it snow in Upper California? I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. So right in the middle of the Midwest. And so some people are like in the Midwest, we get all the seasons pretty much here. Like summer, super hot. We get super hot heat, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, in the summer. Winter, as you see, this isn't abnormal. Like Texas right now with the snow and cold and all that. That's not normal for Texas. Every year we get snow. We get snow pretty much every year. So we pretty much we have the spring and the fall when the leaves change colors. Like it's pretty neat to live where I am here because we really get all 4 seasons throughout the year. Oh, it's so pretty. I just want to stare at it. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go. Yes, St. Louis Blues. Yeah, look, I should have known the person from Canada would be talking about the hockey. I should have known. Isn't Tessa live? Tessa is near Niagara. And that's actually what we talked about is I'm going to go, like, she wants, like, my family, I think she's like 2 hours or something from, like, a drive, like maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. She's very near. She's in upper state New York, very near there. But we talked about my family coming to visit her where she lives because she has, like, a big couple extra rooms that are in her house. And we want to go to like Niagara Falls when we're there. So that's like something we're planning. After looking at the snow ice, I remember Gola, the yummy street ice cream. And you know what people do with the snow? They call it, they get snow and make like a snow ice cream snow thing. I never tried it. I was like, I don't trust that. Don't pick the yellow snow. Don't pick the yellow snow. The only snow we have in California is fake snow we made out of ice. I like Chicago. Oh, David. Oh, no, David. That's like our enemy. David. Why are you going to come on my channel saying that? I'm not even that huge of a hockey fan, so I can't even get mad. I'm more like the football and all that. Tasty homemade domestic colas upon ice on a stick to hold the gola. Oh, is it like a icy, like a cola that's frozen? Yellow snow does not taste like lemonade. True. True. Maybe when you went to your window, your face shined, and I remember my school. Really? Just the glare? All right, I do. I have to go. It's an hour, been over an hour and a half I've been on. So I have to go do some work and stuff today. But remember, Sunday, same time I usually go on. Greg's going to be here. Promise. Promise. He promised me. He misses y'all too. And do not taste the yellow snow. 16 centimeters of snow here, which is a foot and look at me doing foot and how many inches? You know, we have these American units. We got to do these American. Wait, 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch. So half that is 8 inches. Oh, it's not a foot yet. So half the 8. Oh, it's a little less than 8, maybe 6 inches of snow. I'm thinking we have about 8 inches out now. I think we had about 8. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go. I love you guys. Stay safe. Be good to each other. And come Sunday, I'm excited. Greg will be on and we'll talk for a little bit. He's missed y'all. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.